Hey everyone, it's the Phoam Ranger here, the Phoam Ranger Sports. And to tell him are the older orange hat for this episode because I'm recapping Boise State women's basketball's orange out victory tonight as they dominate Wyoming 77-40 to move to 13-5, 4-3 in conference play and drop Wyoming to 4-12, 1-6 in conference play. Broncos moved to 10-1. And the reason why they decided to go for an orange out is they did kidney cancer awareness game. And it was a bit emotional night for one of the Broncos and Dani Bayes. Current Bronco this year, and also Jayda Clark came back and was attendance because last year both of them lost their dads to kidney cancer. So yearly they're going to do an orange out, it sounds like, for kidney cancer awareness. And they decorated a couple seats, one for Jada's dad, one for Dani's dad, in honor of them. So I think that was a real nice touch that the Bronco Athletics Department and Bronco Women's Basketball did. They also held a moment of silence for Dani's dad, along with Jada's dad. Again, Jayda Clark, who played in the team last year, graduated. So moving on to the game itself. Broncos, again, were dominant in this game. They won every quarter for the first time a little bit. Though, again, Wyoming is in a bit of a rebuild year this year. I mean, they have only one player that's averaging 10 plus points a game. Everyone else is 9 or less. I mean, the one who is averaging 10 plus is like a hero for 16 points a game. So Broncos were dominant in the first quarter, 20-9. They won the second quarter, 18-11 to go into halftime up 38-20. Third quarter, they won that one by 1 point. That was the closest quarter. Fourth quarter, they dominated 27-9 to win by the final score 77-40. Game was played in front of 1,861 fans. Again, Wyoming was limited to 40 points, led by their star player, Marlene Peterson. She played 27 minutes, was 6 of 12 or 6 of 17 overall, 2 of 8 for 3, 1 offensive, 5 total boards, 2 assists, and 14 points. Then Hannah Sandvik, 27 minutes, 3 of 6 from the floor, 1 of 4 for 3, 1 offensive, 4 total boards, 2 fouls, 1 assist, 2 turnovers, and 7 points. Jane Rumpf played 27 minutes. She was 2 of 10 from the floor, 0 for 6 from 3, 2 boards, 2 fouls, 2 assists, 1 turnover, 1 block shot, 2 steals, and 4 points. Peyton Muma played 18 minutes, was 0 for 5 from the floor, including 2 missed 3-pointers, 2 boards, 3 fouls, 2 assists, 1 turnover. And Logan Alvar played 15 minutes, was 0 for 2 from the floor, 1 board, 2 fouls, 1 turnover, 1 block shot. From the bench, Caroline London played 10 minutes, was 3 of 5 from the floor, 1 of 3 from 3, 2 turnovers, 7 points scored. Hydor Karlsdottir, 22 minutes, 2 of 2 from the floor, 2 of 2 from charity stripe, 1 offensive, 7 total boards, 2 fouls, 3 assists, 3 turnovers, 3 block shots, and 6 points scored. Lana Bezlik, 22 minutes, 1 of 3 from the floor, 0 from 3, 1 board, 4 fouls, 1 assist, 1 turnover, and 2 points scored. Aurora Ayango, 15 minutes played, didn't attempt a shot, had a foul, assist, and a turnover. Maddie Simons, 8 minutes played, 0 for 3 from the floor, 0 from 3-point range, 1 board, and 1 turnover. Katie Harrington played 6 minutes, had a turnover. And Liv Blomqvist had 3 minutes and a board. All in all, they had 3 offensive and 25 total boards, so a much better performance by Bronco women. Arguably one of their strongest rebounding games. Again, they only surrendered 3 offensive boards in the game. Cowgirls also had 16 fouls, 12 assists, 14 turnovers, 7 blocks, and 2 steals. In the first quarter, they were 4 of 14 from the floor for 29%, 1 of 7 for 3 for 14%. Second quarter, 4 of 15 from the floor for 27%, 1 of 8 from beyond the arc for 13%, and hit both their free throws, the only free throws they attempted all game. Third quarter, they were 5 of 13 from the floor for 39%, their best shooting percentage of the game, 1 of 7 from 3-point range for 14%. Fourth quarter, 4 of 11 for 36%, 1 of 3 from 3. Overall, 17 of 53 from the floor for 32%, 4 of 25 from 3-point range for 16%. They had 18 points of paint, 6 points off turnovers, 2 second chance points, and 15 points from the bench. Broncos led from basically opening tip-off to the end. There was no lead changes or ties in this game. For the Broncos, an emotional game for Dani Bayes. Again, pre-game, her dad was honored with the moment of silence for, again, he passed away last year before the season due to kidney cancer. So in a bit of a emotional game and a meaningful game because after Dani Bayes tonight in 29 minutes, she was 6 of 10 from the floor, 1 of 3 from 3-point range, and hit both her free throws, 3 offensive, 6 total boards, 2 fouls, 3 assists, 1 turnover, and 15-point score to lead all scorers in the game. So she gets player of the game. Tim Thompson, 28 minutes, 3 of 7 from the floor, 1 of 3 from 3-point range, and 4 of 6 from charity stripe. 3 offensive, 10 total boards, 1 assist, 1 turnover, 11 points, so another double-double. Libby Hutton, 22 minutes, 3 of 9 from the floor, 0 from 3-point range, 1 of 2 from charity stripe, 1 offense with 9 total boards, 1 foul, 1 turnover, 7 points. Nelly Pasco, 30 minutes scored, 2 of 4 from the floor, made her lone 3-point attempt and made her lone free throw, which was and 1. 2 boards, 1 assist, 2 turnovers, 1 steal, 6 points. My Hansen in this game didn't really do much scoring at all. 24 minutes, 0 for 5 from the floor, missed a 3-point shot and was 1 of 2 from charity stripe. 1 offensive, 4 total boards, 2 assists, 1 turnover, and 1 point scored. From the bench, Kenna Garza had a heck of a game. In 10 minutes played, she was 5 of 7 from the floor. Hit all 3-pointers attempted. Again, she normally is more of a post, but obviously she can hit from range as well, which is a great thing to have of somebody who can score from all 3 levels. If she can keep this up and keep developing even more and as a scorer all 3 levels, she's going to become a problem for the Pac-12 conference next year and going forward. Again, I think she's a freshman this year, either true or redshirt freshman, so hopefully we can hold on to her if she can keep hitting her threes and keep scoring well from inside. She also had 1 board, 1 foul, 1 assist, and 2 turnovers and 13 points scored to lead the bench. Izzy Harms also had a career night, I believe, 13 points, 4 of 7 from the floor, 3 of 4 from beyond the arc. 1 board, 2 fouls, 1 turnover, 11 points scored. Emily Howard played 8 minutes, was 2-3 from the floor with the board and 4 points scored. Tonight was the first night the season was able to wave the Canadian flag first, so proud of that moment. I mean, she has scored before at home, but those were games where I wasn't able to be at them, so this is the first time I got to wave the Canadian flag first, so that was really awesome. Hope to do that more often for her. Kurt Thompson played 12 minutes, was 1 of 2 from the floor, 1 of 2 from charity stripe, 2 boards and 4 assists and 3 points. So both of our point guards, Mai Hansen and Kira Thomas, and well, I'll do it when I get to Jayda Lewis actually. Yep. So again, 3 points scored for Kira Thompson. Josie Stedman, 6 minutes, 1 of 2 from the floor, 0 for 3, 1 offensive board and a 2-point scored. Morgan Maldonado, 5 minutes played, 1 of 2 from the floor, 1 board and a 2-point scored. She's a bit of a point guard at times. Same with Jayda Lewis. 4 minutes, 1 of 2 from the floor, 1 foul, 2 assists, 1 block shot, 1 steal, and 2 points. So our point guards combined, we had basically 8 assists from our point guards, or from our players that at times handle point guard responsibilities between Mai Hansen, Kira Thompson, Morgan Maldonado, and Jayda Lewis. And Mason Borcherding rounds out the Broncos with 9 minutes played, all for 2 from the floor, 1 foul and 1 assist. Broncos had 12 offensive boards and 44 total boards 8 fouls, 15 assists, only 9 turnovers in the game, 1 block shot and 3 steals. In the first, Broncos going to half at 5 turnovers in the first half, so 4 in the second. So they're really starting to fine-tune their offensive ball handling, ball control. Though again, this was against Wyoming, and they have some defensive playmakers, but still, Wyoming this year in women's basketball is towards the bottom of the conference. So we'll see how good this win stacks up as we get toward the end of the year. I mean, it's still a really good, decisive win. And again, that's still a great thing to see that in a conference game at home, we turn the ball 9 times total. We're still able to put up those numbers. In the first quarter, we shot 7 of 16 for 44%, 2 of 5 from beyond the arc for 40%, and hit all 4 free throws. Second quarter, 6 of 16 for 38%, 2 of 3 from beyond the arc for 67%, and 4 of 6 from charity stripe for 67%. Third quarter, 5 of 17 for 39%, missed both 3-pointers, and 2 of 5 from the charity stripe. Fourth quarter, shot red hot, 11 of 17 for 65%, 5 of 7 from beyond the arc for 71%. Overall, 29 of 62 for 47% from the floor, 9 of 17 from beyond the arc for 53%, and 10 of 15 from the charity stripe for 67%. So a little under our free throw percentage. We had 30 points of paint, 16 points off. Well, Cowgirl turnovers, 14 second chance points, 5 fast break points, and 37 bench points. So again, a real solid game for the Broncos, 37-point win. Again, the 37 bench points was a season high this year. The Team Thompson double-double was her 5th of the season. $12 total Broncos scored against Wyoming, most scores in a single game this season. Again, this is from the recap on broncosports.com. This is the 3rd straight conference win for the Broncos. The first time we won 3 straight conference games since the 23-24 season. And there was a bit of a typo on the notables because we won by 33 points, but they wrote down as 23. So the largest margin of victory in the season. This is their 22nd win all-time over Wyoming, and they've moved to 22-17 all-time against the Cowgirls, and 6-3 in games played at home against the Cowgirls. As I mentioned, Izzy Harm's 11 points was a career high, and she also tied a career high with 4 field goals. And her 3 three-pointers was a career high for her. Kendall Garza collected career highs in 13 points, 5 field goals, and 3 three-pointers. And the Tim Thompson's 5th double-double was also her 12th of her career. Up next for women's basketball, they'll play at Utah State on Saturday night at 7 p.m. So, all in all, a real solid game. Fun one if you like offense and defense. Again, Boise State women's basketball is, I'd arguably say, playing like a championship caliber team. You know, they're really getting things down in terms of rebounding. You know, there were only a few times the second half where and a couple times the first half where they had struggles communicating on defense a bit, leave with rotation, allowing some people to be wide open from three. There were only about like 3 wide open threes. They're made by Wellman, and there are also like 3 times where the Broncos' defense didn't rotate pretty well and left some Cowgirls wide open in the center of the key, right in the middle of it near the basket, resulting in some easy buckets, only about 3 or 4 times in the game. So still some little things to work out, but overall this women's team is really starting to find their groove on offense and defense. Again, we'll see if the offense and defense can travel on the road when they take on Utah State on Saturday night at 7 p.m. I'll probably do a preview of that game tomorrow. I'll have to preview of the men's home game on Friday tomorrow night. So with that said, have a wonderful rest of your night and go Broncos.